mic doesn't work. They will? Okay. Okay.
If they don't, then we've got enough.
Okay. Good morning. It does work. Well, that's okay there. My name is Carol Rowan, and I use she, her pronouns, and I have the honor of being your worship associate this morning. Please take a moment to put your mind, spirit, and cell phones in worship mode.
Can you get closer to the mic?
Too close?
No, get closer to it.
Get
You lower it a
closer.
little bit. There
I
you
can
go.
lower. Is that better? Okay. Okay. We welcome everyone here and online to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Roanoke this morning, and we're glad you're here. Please take a moment to turn or stand if you wish to greet those joining us online. Wave to the camera. And for anyone online who wishes to share your joys and concerns during the Lifelines portion of the service, please put them in the chat in the next 15 minutes. We acknowledge that our land resides on the traditional lands of the Tutelo and Monacan nations and was later farmed and developed through slave labor. We recognize and respect the ongoing connection to this land by generations of Black, Indigenous, and other people of color. And may our gratitude and fellowship here echo and honor that rich history. Now, please join me in reciting our words of welcome. Whoever you are, whoever you love, however you express your identity, whatever your situation in life, whatever your experience of the holy, as you come seeking love, your presence here is a gift. Whether you are filled with sadness or overflowing with joy, needing to be alone with yourself, or eager to engage with others, all who welcome all are welcome here. And our covenant, we commit to supporting each other with respect and direct communication as we work in community to explore spiritual growth and to be a force for good in the world.
Good morning. I invite you to sing with me. This is a song I wrote. It came to me as a mantra in a meditation, and you'll pick it up. It repeats. But it's more powerful if we sing together, no matter how you feel about your voice. God is everyone. God is everything. God is you and I. God is the earth and the sky. God is everyone. God is everything. God is love. God is love. God is everyone. God is everything. God is war and peace. God is the cure and the disease. God is everyone. God is everything. God is love. God is love. God is everyone. God is everything. God is imminent death and the infant's first breath. God is everyone. God is everything. God is love. God is love. God is everyone. God is everything. God is the murderer's hand and the abundant land. God is everyone. God is everything. God is love. God is love. God is everyone. God is everything. God is the child who didn't listen. God is everyone in prison. God is everyone. God is everything. God is love. God is love. God is everyone. God is everything. God is the lives we didn't save and the people we forgave. God is everyone. God is everything. God is love. God is love. God is everyone. God is everything. God is falling from grace. God is the whole human race. God is everyone. God is everything. God is love. God is love. God is everyone. God is everything. God is listening and seeing. God is every living being. God is everyone. God is everything. Love them all. 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 I invite you to sing with me. Love them all the people, all the creatures. Love them all the colors, all the religions, all the innocent, all the guilty, all the addicted, all the afflicted, all the rivers, all the mountains, without exception, without condition. Love them all. Love them all. Love them all. Love them all. Love them all.
Good morning. I am the Reverend Jen Raffensperger. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm honored to serve as the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Roanoke. It's good to see you all this morning. Now, this is my first time meeting Joy Truskowski, our guest musician, who I said, I'm not going to watch any of the videos of your work. I want to be surprised. And then I was like, I'm not sure I can actually get up there and not be crying. So thank you. Whew. And as a special thing this morning, accompanying Joy on the piano is our new music director, Scott Williamson. Stand up, Scott. Yay! Welcome, Scott. We are so glad to have you here at UUCR. Everyone, next week, of course, we're over at Williams Memorial, but you're going to start getting to see Scott more regularly starting on October 19th. So we look forward to the next turn of the road and the journey of this church and this powerful music ministry. So thank you both for being here today. Thank you for everybody who came out and got their animals blessed yesterday. That was great. I have some certificates. I'm not sure how to do. We'll do remote blessings at some point. But if you really want an animal blessing and you couldn't make it, email me or something, and we can get you a certificate, which is what makes it real. Now, our opening words this morning are Kinds of Silence by Elizabeth Moralski. After heavy snow, after the last breath, before lightning strikes, before the first breath, in a spider's web, in a musical rest, of a sleeping dog, of a stone general's breast, with an old friend, with a favorite brother, from the mouth of God, from a cold mother, on closing a book, on fearing what's to come, under a witch's spell, under a dictator's thumb, by a frozen river, by a stone that's leaning, at the end of a war, at another war's beginning. I'll now invite Carol to light our chalice, which I'm pretty sure I didn't remember to light the little votive, but there's, oh, you did, look, everybody's so good. Thank you, Carol. We join with Unitarian Universalist churches, congregations, and communities around the nation and the world in lighting our chalice here in the sanctuary this morning, the symbol of the living tradition of our faith, so that it may shine as a beacon for all. May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, O Spirit of life.
I'd like to invite up all the young at heart who want to gather right here because we're going to have a little bit of an activity this morning. My name is Jessie McEwen. I am the Director of Lifespan Faith Development or Religious Education here at UUCR, and I use they, them pronouns. The first thing that I have for you is a question, and then we're going to do our activity. My question is, what is peace? It's like harmony. I absolutely agree with that. What else is peace? You? Yeah, I think you're pretty well suited for peace. You ready for your activity? Okay, here's your activity. Go find someone in this room, one of these adultier people, and ask them to tell you what peace is. And you're going to come back with your answers. You don't have to do it. You can. We also have someone right here that you can ask. Go. It can be a parent. It can be somebody you know really well. It doesn't have to be like a random stranger. If you're willing to answer the question, you can raise your hand too. There's hands up. Go. Ooh. All right, hold on to those answers because sometimes we forget them. All right. Okay, what answers did you get? It means love. What else? Your loved one being safe. Calmness. Serenity. Gum? Calm, y'all. Calm. Obviously, I don't have much calm today. It's gum. What was your answer? What did you get? Peace is when people are not fighting. So would you guys agree with that? You think that's peace? Peace is one of those words that we say a lot, but sometimes we forget what it means. And it's got so many layers of meanings that we're going to talk about this morning. We're also going to learn a song about peace, a song that I sang when I was that big. I know, yes. I had it on what's called a cassette tape. I was 5'2". Oh my goodness, that's exactly how big I was when I learned this song. And I've been singing it my whole life since I was 5, which is many, many years. So we're going to go up, we're going to learn that song. And my friend Betsy gave us some sign language to use with it too. So we're going to learn a little bit of sign language, we're going to learn a little bit of song, and we're going to have a bit of fun. Are you ready? Let's do it. We'll come sing it for you later.
Our reading this morning is From the Sky by Sarah Abba Rushid. After Lorca. When I die, bury me in the sky. No one is fighting over it. Children are playing soccer with empty bombshells. From the sky, I can see them. A grandmother is baking her Eid makruta and mamul. From the sky, I can taste them. Teens are writing love letters under an orange tree. From the sky, I can read them. Soldiers are cocking new rifles at the checkpoint. From the sky, I can hear them. Under the fire, death and water are brewing in the kitchen. From the sky, I can smell them. When I die, bury me in the sky. I said, for now, it is quiet, and no one owns it, and no one is claiming to.
Thank you, Carol. When I die, bury me in the sky. No one is fighting over it. The sky over Frederick, Maryland on Saturday, October 7th, 2023 was full of white puffy clouds and bright blue patches, swapping places with one another frequently, shifting the cloud shadows draped across the mountains from moment to moment. I was gathered with 2 dear friends and their families to officiate their wedding at a stone cabin in Catoctin Mountain Park. The bride and I have been friends for over 30 years, and I have known the groom almost that long. We weren't as close way back in the day, but we've known each other for a long time. We had all been roommates, companions, parts of each other's lives for decades. It was the most joyous day. The ceremony was written by all 3 of us in turn, and it truly was beautiful. Many happy tears were shed. And at the end of the wedding ceremony, honoring the Jewish heritage of both of these beloved friends, not only did the newly married couple break a glass under the huppah where their union took place, they also had a glass they invited everyone to help break. During the ceremony, I had my devices set to do not disturb, but soon enough, after several celebratory hours, I turned to the black mirror of my cell phone to see news report after news report out of Israel. Not again, I thought. On closing a book, on fearing what's to come, under a witch's spell, under a dictator's thumb, by a frozen river, by a stone that's leaning, at the end of a war, at another war's beginning. This morning, it is not my intention nor desire to give you any kind of history lesson, nor am I qualified to give you one, especially in this case of high complexity and high emotion. The question on my mind and in my heart right now is, what do we mean by peace? Peace is the counter to war on the other side of that equation at all times, but I suspect there are as many kinds of peace as there are kinds of silence. The humanitarian crisis and human-caused famine in Gaza has been declared a genocide by the United Nations Independent International Commission of Inquiry on the Occupied Palestinian Territory, including East Jerusalem and Israel. Their decree was issued on September 16th of this year, but this word and this truth have been circling Israel and Gaza for far too long. It is an unequivocal and astonishingly evil act. But sadly, it is not unprecedented. The truth is that evil acts are layered one upon each other across that part of the world and elsewhere and everywhere. In the act of analysis, we can distract ourselves from suffering. In the desire to search back far enough, long enough, hoping that we'll uncover a straightforward answer to how all this happened, how we got to this place, how history repeats itself again and again, we can feel as though we are grabbing a long rope hand over hand until our hands are numbed and splintered and blistered and bleeding, and the rope itself lies unnoticed on the ground at our feet. There comes a time, in other words, where for our spiritual well-being, we must stop asking, where did this come from? And must instead ask, how does this stop? How do we stop this? When I die, bury me in the sky. No one is fighting over it. Children are playing soccer with empty bombshells from the sky. I can see them. A grandmother is baking her Eid, makruta, and mamul from the sky. I can taste them. Teens are writing love letters under an orange tree from the sky. I can read them. Soldiers are cocking new rifles at the checkpoint from the sky. I can hear them. Under fire, death and water are brewing in the kitchen from the sky. I can smell them. When I die, bury me in the sky, I said. For now, it is quiet. No one owns it, and no one is claiming to. I also want to state without equivocation that anti-Semitism, particularly the uptick we've seen in the last 2 years, hate crimes, including the devastating and deadly attack on Heaton Park Hebrew congregation in Manchester, England on Thursday of this week, is also evil. That unforgivable attack occurred during the Yom Kippur holiday, the most holy and solemn day in the Jewish calendar, the Day of Atonement, a time when the Jewish faithful are called to lay out the wrongs of the last year before God, to ask for forgiveness, and to begin the new year with a clean slate, to strive to begin again in love. The unfortunate truth is that I could stack hate crime upon hate crime on either side of any armed conflict currently happening in the world, from South Sudan to Haiti to Ukraine to the Caribbean waters, where our dangerously unfit president has recently seen fit to declare war on an abstraction with none of the thought or reflection or approval from Congress that acts of war done in the name of this country should require. And that's before I even got and really ingested the enemy within. We cannot count them. Hand over hand on a rope this frayed and ancient. Within our souls, within ourselves, we must cultivate a desire for peace that will suffuse our actions and our decisions day in and day out. It's important for you to know that I personally consider myself a pacifist. On Sundays where I am not with you, you will often, not every Sunday, but often find me at the Quaker Meeting House on Day Avenue, joining in silent prayer with the Society of Friends. It's also important to give you some context for how Unitarian Universalists consider issues of war and peace. In a 2008 article in UU World magazine, Paul Razor, one of our greatest living theologians, urges Unitarian Universalism in the direction of prophetic nonviolence, held in the light of prior stances both of pacifism and the idea of just war. In that article, Razor writes, "I believe we can move beyond this old divide by adopting an integrated model I call prophetic nonviolence. To move beyond just war and pacifism is not to abandon either tradition. It is to recognize that both perform important roles in our ongoing efforts to reduce the violence of war. I begin with a fundamental commitment to nonviolence. Unitarian Universalists have always affirmed peace as among our most basic values. We have always worked to create the kinds of just communities out of which peace emerges, and we have long supported the use of nonviolent methods of conflict resolution. This is the legacy we share with pacifism. At the same time, Unitarian Universalism has always been an engaged religion, one that tries to make a difference in the world. An important part of this engagement is our tradition of speaking prophetically, of bringing reasoned judgment and critique to bear on the social conditions that generate injustice and violence. In the context of war, this commitment has been well served by the just war model." It's the end of Paul Razor's quote on the matter. The call for a way forward for humanity that reduces all violence done anywhere, at any time, for any reason, to anyone, is deeply rooted in our Unitarian Universalist values. Our defined values, which we place at the heart of our religious practice rather than any dogma or creed, are justice, pluralism, transformation, equity, generosity, and interdependence, all centered on the most key value of all, love. Each of these values has the ability to point us in the direction of peace. Peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, peace amongst all peoples throughout our world. By examining the value we place on justice, we can enter wholeheartedly into examining those ideas, practices, and systems that would serve to diminish justice. Where justice is taken from free peoples, violence is invited in. Our shared UU value of justice calls us to oppose the labeling and judging of outgroups that lead directly to laws and regulations being put in place to punish or harm those deemed not like us enough. By examining the value we place on pluralism, we can enter wholeheartedly into a deeper and more nuanced understanding of what it means to welcome, value, and uphold the stories and experiences of those who are different from us. We don't all need to be the same or become the same. We can't. No matter how alike we look, we have different experiences that build us. And we are enriched by growing our understanding of stories that are different from our own. And as we grow to know that deep truth, it will be harder for us to support systems that support violence against others. By examining the value we place on transformation, we can enter wholeheartedly into a journey towards imagining a world where violence is not the default. When we look at American society today, we see sad, angry, isolated people everywhere whose imaginations have been ground down to such a narrow window of possibility that the only answers they can see are on the other side of a gun. It is our moral imperative to invite our own imaginations and those of others into a more expansive view of the world and a more expansive consideration of alternatives to violence. By examining the value we place on equity, we can enter wholeheartedly into our recognition of the inherent dignity and worthiness of each person. As we expand our ability to keep this dignity and worthiness at the forefront of our hearts and minds, the very idea of violence against another becomes harder and harder to bear. By examining the value that we place on generosity, we can enter wholeheartedly into examining the ways we may default into stinginess, into keeping ideas of safety and well-being only for ourselves. In a world where systems and structures are used equitably to ensure our wealth of resources benefit all and not just a wealthy few, the root of violence that arises from poverty and from lack will begin to loosen its grip on humanity. By examining the value we place on interdependence, we can enter wholeheartedly into the understanding that not only are we enriched by the stories and experiences of others, we are in fact made whole by them. None of us can go this world alone. It is a radical act to examine the ways that we are dependent upon others, to reject the toxic strains of individualism while understanding that each of us has unique and beautiful abilities to uplift others. And by examining the value we place on love, we can enter wholeheartedly into each aspect of life. It is love that makes us fierce advocates for others. It is love that opens us to the radical transformation of both giving and receiving. It is love that calls us to go farther together than any of us can go alone. It is love that reminds us again and again that violence done to anyone is violence done to everyone. And it helps us to find the courage to reject violence even when it is done to us. We will never achieve peace without breaking the cycles of violence deep within our own hearts and deep within the structures of superiority that created and sustain our society. White supremacy, Christian nationalism. These are harms that are inherent in our system. Peace cannot just be within our own spirits, but if it is not given root there, then it will be harder for us to advocate for the peace we seek in the larger world. We'll tire faster. Our worlds, our imaginations will narrow down to our own sense of helplessness and fear. Find the practice that lets you hold up the mirror, that lets you understand that if you achieve your own peace, but do not work for, pray for, advocate for, and dream of that same peace being available to all, if you don't do that, then your spirit will flag and will falter. But when you do find that practice, that bright, shining mirror within you will reflect and project your own peace, lighting the path for you to help us all co-create the world where we drop that long, frayed, bloody rope once and for all. Release the claim that violence and war have on each of us and on all of us. Release the claim of superiority. Release the claim of ownership. Embrace the shared world reflected in an endless sky. When I die, bury me in the sky, I said. For now, it is quiet. No one owns it, and no one is claiming to. So may it be.
Good morning. I am Joanne Spetzler, one of the coordinators of our Special Collections program. And you probably saw in the monthly newsletter that today is one of those days. Since 2007, our congregation has held 4 special collections each year to benefit community service and social justice agencies in the Roanoke Valley, voted on by our members at our annual meeting every May. To be included on the ballot, an agency must be nominated by a church member or friend who actually works or volunteers for the organization. To date, the collective gifts for our Special Collections program have provided over $78,000 of support for our community. Today's collection will benefit the Roanoke branch of the NAACP, and it was nominated by Joan and Don Wages. Don is here this morning to tell us briefly about their involvement and to introduce the agency's representative here today, Dr. Brenda Hale. Immediately following the service, they will be in the fellowship hall to answer questions and provide additional information. In your order of service, there was an insert, a little piece of paper that explains the various ways to give to this collection. But I just want to make sure that everyone knows that all the cash that's in the basket today will go to the collection. And checks and online donations will also be welcomed, and the QR code is actually in the program. But we will be receiving, accepting gifts all the way through the month of October. Make sure if you write a check, though, that you write it to UUCR and put on the memo line Roanoke NAACP. All right.
Good morning. It's great to be here with you again today. My wife Joan and I nominated the Roanoke branch of the NAACP for inclusion in the Special Collection Program. Both Joan and I have been part of the NAACP here in Roanoke for the past 9 years. Joan served as secretary for the branch for 7 of those years, and during that time, she witnessed the work of fearless and dedicated volunteers working tirelessly every day to advance racial justice in our community. For myself, I worked and helped out as a STEM mentor for students competing in the NAACP's AXO program. So today I have the honor of introducing Dr. Brenda Hale, president of the Roanoke branch of the NAACP. Dr. Hale's life is one of service. She served honorably in the Army for 13 years as a registered nurse, a licensed practical nurse, and was Sergeant First Class. She returned home and served 13 more years as a registered nurse at the Salem Veterans Affairs Medical Center. Dr. Hale has served as president of the Roanoke branch NAACP for the past 21 years. She currently serves as secretary of the TAP Board, secretary of the Rescue Mission Board, vice chair of the Community Housing Board, and the Local Colors Board. So today, let us welcome Dr. Hale.
Good morning. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. And it's been a joy working with Joan and Don all of these years. 2 phenomenal individuals. I also would like to recognize with me today our executive committee member and Freedom Fund chair, Sonia Preston. Sonia is an educator in Salem at the Andrew Lewis School. It's so good to be here this morning and finally meeting Reverend Jan. We've been in so many rooms together, but we never officially met. So it's an honor to meet her today. Don, again, thank you for your kind words, and I'm just so grateful to have had this close relationship, ongoing relationship with you and Joan. I truly appreciate y'all. It's good to be in the house of the Lord one more time. I truly feel a sweet spirit right here. And everywhere I go, I can't say I feel a sweet spirit. So this is a good one today. I bring you greetings from the Roanoke branch NAACP. Now, you know, I was born December the 22nd, 1945, at the Old Borough Hospital in Roanoke. And we know what has happened over there. So within a couple of months, I'll be how old? 80. Ain't that good news? Oh, I'm just so good to be here among great folks this morning. Folks, we're living in a strange land right now. We have to face challenges every day, not even knowing what might be on the news and next and how it will affect our lives at any given moment. Fannie Lou Hamer. If you don't know about her, I'm the queen of Google. Google Fannie Lou Hamer. She said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, today, I'm sick and tired, and I'm sick and tired for so many reasons. Do y'all feel the same? Is anybody sick and tired of what's going on in our country? I did not serve our country for a time such as this. How do you get used to something like this? My spirit is not well with this, and I want to do something about it. So that means if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you want to take action. Well, folks, let's resolve ourselves to be agents of change. Because if you sit by and don't take action, then you are participating in a sad process. You must take action. It's up to us to get individuals registered to vote. It's up to us. The NAACP has had a staunch history of registering individuals to vote. We have been registering young folks, students that will be 18 years old come the first Tuesday in November. And why? Because these young folks understand that what's going on and how it's affecting their lives and their future, they are the ones that want to make change. Change is necessary right now. We must educate our youth. We must educate individuals about the candidates. You know, that should be our number one priority right now, because we can make a difference the first Tuesday in November. Virginia is right next door to the neighbor. All you gotta do is go across 14th Street Bridge. All you gotta do is go up 8166. We are too close not to make change. Finally, we got to understand, are we suffering from lack of representation? Are we being represented? Are our needs the number one priority? Right now, I don't think I can say that we're the number one priority. When you have individuals that are faced with losing health care, can you understand how I feel about that as a registered nurse? People are going to die without the health care that they need. When you take away from individuals, everybody's not in the same station in life. There was a TV show called The Have and the Have-Nots. You have the ones that have and the ones that have not. We cannot take away from the had-nots. We should be concerned about that. You know, come November, we absolutely must vote. The elected officials that are not representing us right now, what is the word that we can use? You're fired. You must leave office because we're going to vote you out because you're not taking care of us. Your neighbors, your friends, your family, your associates. We need representation. We should be the #1 priority in this country. We are now in the process called early voting. How many have voted already? Oh, that is so fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. You know, it's up to us to show the power. And how do we show the power? At the ballot box. Okay? That's how we do it. You know how I travel nowadays? You know, I got wheels. Wheels everywhere. I'm going to get to where I need to go. And I travel with voter registration applications. Anybody that comes up to me and say they want to be a registered voter, I'm ready. I can do you in less than 180 seconds. I can get you registered in less than 180 seconds. Okay. So we just had our 9th drive-through voter registration the first Saturday in September. And I don't do anything without our youth. But folks, I'm on the mission every day. The Roanoke branch is on the mission every day. And that's not the only thing we do. We pour into our youth. We have the best youth council in the state of Virginia and have been this for a long time, many years. We have an AXO program. Now, I need you to really Google that. ACT-SO. Afro, Collegiate, Technological, Scientific Olympics, Olympics of the Mind, 36 categories. I bet you know the name Anthony Anderson. He was an Olympian. Jada Pinkett Smith, she was an Olympian. Mo Def, what is the most played wedding song in the United States right now? Major, This Is Why I Love You. He was AXO. So please, just take a moment in your spare time, Google AXO and see. Here in the Roanoke Valley, we've had an active program for years. All of the gold medalists get to go to the national convention. We just walked away from Charlotte, North Carolina with gold in sculpture. And Don helped us get gold in chemistry and biochemistry. So see, we have a rich history. We can brag about it because we give them an opportunity that they may not have otherwise. So, folks, I deputize you today to be agents of change. Are you with me? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. It has been a blessing to be here and have the privilege of addressing you this morning, and I've been obedient. My time is up.
The ushers will now gratefully accept the offering. I don't have to add anything.
May all the hearts be open, may all divisions fall, the tears flow freely. May love encompass all. May all the hearts be open. May all divisions fall. May all the tears flow freely. May love encompass all. May all the hearts be open. May all divisions fall. May all the tears flow freely. May love encompass all. May all the hearts be open. May all divisions fall. May all the tears flow freely. May love encompass all. May all the hearts be open. May all divisions fall. May all the tears flow freely. May love encompass all. May all the hearts be open. May all divisions fall. May all the tears flow freely. May love encompass all. May all hearts open.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Sally Garber, and it's my honor this morning to represent the Caring Committee. As you know, every Sunday morning we present the cares and the concerns of the congregation. If you have a joy or concern, please take the time to either write it in the book that you saw me pick up this morning, send a note to the office, call the office, or give me a call, and we'd be glad to include it on Sunday morning. Celeste Lee's brother Cliff passed away Friday morning in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He was surrounded by his 4 adult children. Greta and Cindy want to thank everyone for all the warm wishes and warm, yummy meals. Greta passed her post-op checkup on Thursday with flying colors. Her new normal should arrive in about 3 months. In the meantime, she's rocking her skull scar. I think that's good timing for Halloween, which she describes as the most expensive Halloween costume I've ever had. Michael Adams had a fall at his house yesterday. He didn't break any bones, but they're keeping him in the hospital for a while. He asks that we all keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Barbara Horton and Bruce Stewart's dear friend Kathy suffered complications after heart valve replacement surgery and is on life support. The doctors hope to start weaning her off some support today or tomorrow. On a positive note, their niece got married yesterday on a glorious fall day in Danville. Carla Mayhew slipped on the greenway and broke her fibula. She will be having surgery to put plates in her leg this week. Positive energy is appreciated. She's not really up for visitors yet, but cards and emails are welcome. Betsy Biesenbach is doing well post-surgery and thanks everyone for the food and rides. Now is your chance, if you have a joy or concern, to come forward during the Lifelines meditation and light a candle for something that you hold on your heart. Thank you.
give you I give and receive. Open Love is endless, is endless. Just open
May our prayers be heard and our hearts be restored.
Thank you. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Sally. I had a special request last week, but I wasn't in the pulpit last week, and it's more relevant than ever. I'm lighting this candle today for all of those activists currently detained by Israeli military forces who are part of the global Samud flotilla of aid, humanitarian aid being sent to Gaza. There are over 400 currently being held. We hold them and their humanitarian efforts for peace in our hearts. And as I do each week, I will light one last candle for everyone who is joining us online. Though you are not physically present in the room, we feel that you are a part of us during this ritual, and we hold your concerns and joys with our own. If you'll join me in a moment for prayer and reflection, you can make yourself comfortable in your seat, however that looks for you. You can close your eyes, soften your gaze, lower your head, put your hands on your knees, or however is comfortable for you. Spirit of life, it feels like we cannot keep up with all of the things that are being asked of us, all of the things that fight for a place in our hearts and in our minds from day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. We know the world has always been this full, both of glory and of pain, and we also have more ways to have it put in front of our faces than ever. And sometimes that means we have less energy for the things that are right in front of us. That's why I am grateful for the special collections of this congregation that lift us up to our neighbors, where we look for the people who are closest to us and say, how can I help? How are you? Because I'm not sure a lot of us are doing great all of the time. So if you don't know what you can do, I hope you put something in the basket. But if you don't know what you can do, you can smile at someone, you can hold a door, you can say yes to the thing if you think you've got the time, the ride, the help, the lift. Think of someone you haven't seen in a while and text them or call them. Just say, I'm thinking of you. Our connections are what keep us interdependent and whole as we work for healing in a broken world. So feed them. Feed your hearts and your spirits and your minds. So may it be.
And now, as we draw close to the end of our time together in worship this week, we turn our attention from within our own community and their joys and concerns, and we prepare to engage with the world in the week ahead. We begin with a few announcements. Today, following our worship service, beginning at 12:30 in the Olin Room, the Shared Ministries Committee will be holding a listening session to reflect on the possibility of calling Reverend Jen to serve as our settled minister. This is your chance to reflect together with others from UUCR on our readiness to take the next step in our ministerial relationship. Next Sunday, October 12th, we will be joining our partner congregation, Williams Memorial Baptist Church, for a shared Sunday service. Williams Memorial has graciously agreed to delay their usual start time by 30 minutes. So we will be meeting at Williams Memorial at 11 a.m. next Sunday. The service will be co-led by Reverend Jen and the pastor of Williams Memorial, the Reverend Dr. David Jones. It is always wonderful when we can join with WMBC on a Sunday. On Wednesday, October 15th at 6 p.m. in the Olin Room, we will hold our next session of YOU and UU. This one-hour presentation serves as a great introduction to both Unitarian Universalism and to UCR.
Thank you, Carol. And while you are up, I will invite you to extinguish our chalice, signaling the end of our shared time in worship this week. Though we know the light in our sanctuary chalice goes out, we also know that the flame of our faith shared in our hearts will take us forward into the week ahead.
I invite you to sing with me. This is an easy one. We are all in this together. We are all one. We are all sisters and brothers. We are all one. We are all in this together. We are all one. Oh man, I love the harmonies. We are all sisters and brothers. We are all one. We are all in this together. We are all one. We are all sisters and brothers. We are all one. So now you can do this. We are all in this together. In this together. We are all one. All one. We are all sisters and brothers. Sisters and brothers. We are all one. All one. We are all in this together. In this together. We are all one. All one. We are all sisters and brothers. Sisters and brothers. We are all one. All one. We are all in this together. In this together. We are all We are all free. Sisters and brothers. Sisters and brothers. We are all one.
As I said to Scott and Joy before the service, I'm not sure why we do a benediction after that anyway. I mean, that was it. But taking inspiration from Dr. Hale, I will end us with a few other words from Fannie Lou Hamer. None of us is free until all of us is free. So cultivate the peace in your heart so that everyone gets to experience it. Go in peace.
The time is now. The place, a stuffy meeting room, a small church in a medium-sized city, nestled into a fold of the majestic Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. The people in that room, the minister and the board of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Roanoke, don't realize it yet, but they are about to enter the auction zone.
We have a budget. It's big. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful bill ever. It's the big, beautiful budget.
But we don't have enough dough.
It's up to us. We must save ourselves.
We must save ourselves.
We must eat and drink and spend our way to fiscal health. We will have an auction.
We must eat and drink and spend our way to health. We will have an auction. Yay!
So, here we are. The time is now, and time is money. A penny for your thoughts, and $1 down and $1 a day. A penny saved is a penny earned, but money can't buy me love, though it can purchase a cheap imitation. Your loving gives us a thrill, but your loving don't pay the church bills. Money is the root of all evil, but the money tree bears useful fruit. A church and its money are soon parted, and there's no such thing as a free lunch. So let the bidding begin in the auction zone.
Thank you.